Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Road to Locals, where I am obviously going to locals, but in the last episode I did tinker around with the deck, and so if you missed that episode, it's literally the last one that was posted prior to this one being uploaded. So go check that out. I'm not going to go and do another in-depth deck profile. I'll probably do that on the day of the OTS. But I should hopefully have somewhere on screen a screen recording from Neuron of just showing off the deck. So yeah, not long left actually until the OTS. As we're recording this, it's the 9th of February. So there's this locals, the following week's locals, and then it's the OTS. So there's not really long left. So far I'm feeling confident in the deck. Obviously, I need to bring this version of it to locals to see how well I perform. I don't know how many rounds there's going to be. It could be 3 rounds. It could be 4 rounds. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. But I am feeling confident enough in the deck. So yeah, let's just go see how well I can do. Nah, going out for a meal is fine. I don't mind going out for a meal for my birthday, but that's about it.
A big happy birthday. So.
All right, let's see what I can get. What did you pull?
Either way, you're fine.
Ulti Phantom. Oh my god. That's 2 ultis that have just been pulled. And I got fucking Ostinato. I knew it. I always pull Ostinato.
Wow, crap.
And another moon.
My destroyer isn't that bad. I never pulled.
Why couldn't it have been an ulti? Round 1, I'm paired with someone new. I win the die roll and opt to go first. I also stupidly left my mat at home, hence the magic mat. I start by activating Pain. I use Pain's effect to destroy Spirit in hand, to add Samsara D to hand, then Spirit triggers Engrave, special summon new Bell from deck, and normal summon Samsara D, attempt to tribute it, but it gets hit with an Imperm. From here I link into Yama and get Impermed again. I shuffle Spirit and new Bell to make Phantom, and in end phase I make a misplay by bringing back Samsara when it was still under Imperm. My opponent draws for turn, and it's here that I learn my opponent is playing Goblin Bikers, which is the first time I'm playing against them. My opponent activates Goblin Biker Grand Entrance, adding a Goblin Biker to hand. He then normal summons Goblin Bikers Gone Wild, as he controls no monsters. He can normal summon it without tribute. My opponent attempts to use its effect, but I use the Imperm I had set to negate it, which seems to be enough as he passes turn. I draw for turn. I attempt to Samsara D but get ashed. I use Pain to destroy Spirit in hand to add Gruesome Grave Squirmer, and then Spirit effect Engrave to special summon Yubel from deck. I special summon Gruesome and pop Yubel. Yubel special summon Terra Incarnate. From here I link Gruesome, Yama, Terror, Samsara, and my opponent's Goblin Biker and make Underworld Goddess. Since Terra Incarnate left the field, I bring out Ultimate Nightmare. I move to battle and swing for 3k, and in end phase I bring back Samsara D. My opponent draws for turn and imperms my Underworld Goddess. Then he normal summons Goblin Biker Clatter Splooter and attempts to activate its effect to revive a Goblin Biker from grave, which I use Samsara D to tribute itself to change the effect to tribute Ultimate Nightmare. From here, my opponent, since he controls the level 3, special summons Psychic Wielder then overlays into Goblin Biker Big Gabunga, and uses its effect to add a Goblin Biker to hand. In hand, he uses Goblin Biker Boom Mark to detach a material from an XYZ to special summon itself. Then, since the material was detached from Big Gabunga, my opponent tries to use its effect to attach one of my cards as material, which I chain Phantom to tribute itself to destroy Spirit from deck, and then Spirit triggers to bring back Ultimate Nightmare. My opponent tries to use the effect of Boom Match on field, but I Veiler it. My opponent then makes XE Armor Fortress and uses its effect to detach one to add Armored XE to hand. He links into SP and banishes my Underworld Goddess and passes turn. I draw for turn, set Imperm, attack SP to deal some damage, and in end phase I get Samsara D back. My opponent draws for turn and passes back to me. I draw for turn, activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, add Dark Beckoning to hand, then I use Opening second effect to bring back Spirit and Spirit to effect to add Pain. My opponent tries to SP, but I chain Imperm to it. From here, I tribute Samsara D to special summon Ubel, make Gustav Max burn for 2k, then make Leap and go for game. Game 2 was very quick as I did not open great, going second, and Big Gabunga took my D barriers and call by, and he got rid of my Dark Beckoning Beast, so I couldn't do anything else but scoop, and we go to game 3. Game 3, I opt to go first. I activate Pain, set 1, then Pain destroys Spirit to search adding the field spell, and I forgot Spirit's effect. I activate Throne, and you know the drill at this point. Throne pop Ubel special summon Terra Incarnate, normal summon Samsara, tribute it to special summon Spirit add Pain. I make more plays and end with Ultimate Nightmare, Phantom of Ubel, Spirit of Ubel, and Samsara D Lotus. My opponent draws for turn, and in standby I D-barrier call XC. And my opponent makes some plays, but eventually I take it down. Round 2, I am once again paired with someone new, and lost the dial roll and made go second. My opponent is playing Raziel Mitsuguri, and does the normal plays. The only hand trap I have is Imperm, and I'm not sure what the choke points are for the deck, so I fire it off quickly and banish the Twin XE in his grave to special summon Magma Hunt. He ends with Detonator, the field spell, and a set card. I draw for turn, I start with Pain, and attempt to use its effect by destroying Dark Beckoning in hand, which gets negated, and then normal summon Samsara D and tribute it, but that's when Detonator pops Pain, and I bring out Spirit and attempt to use its effect, and it gets impermed. I move to end phase and Lotus comes back. My opponent draws for turn and attempts to use Raziel Cross to put 2 from the grave back to draw 1, and I chain Call by the Grave, banishing one of his targets. We weren't sure if because one of the targets was not banished would Cross still resolve, but it was ruled that it doesn't. My opponent then special summon X Raziel and attempts to activate its effect, which I use Samsara D to tribute itself to change the effect to Papa U Bell, popping Spirit. Spirit attempts to activate but gets negated by Detonator. My opponent normal summons another X Raziel, makes King of the Pharaoh Imps and uses its effect. He enters battle phase, destroys Magmahon, and deals some damage to me and pass turn. I draw for turn and pass back to my opponent. My opponent draws for turn and makes some Mitsugiri plays and takes down game 1. Game 2, I opt to go first. I set 2, activate Throne, pop U Bell special summon Terra Incarnate, a normal Samsara D, and get hit with a Veiler. I link into Yama, chain link 1 Terror, chain link 2 Yama. I add Shavara and special summon Ultimate Nightmare. I pop Yama, special summon Shavara, and pass turn. My opponent draws for turn, and in standby, I Deep Barrier, call XC. My opponent activates Mitsugiri Prayers, adding Mitsugiri Saji to hand, which he normal summons and attempts to use its effect, which I Veiler, but it gets called by, so he can use Sanji's effect to add a Mitsugiri spell or trap to hand, then sets 2 pass turn. I draw for turn, banish the Veiler from my opponent's grave, to special summon Magmahon to activate its effect, and then overlay into Wave High King Caesar and attack Saji, and in end phase I bring back Samsara D, but like a fucking idiot, I forgot to add Druid's Worm. My opponent draws for turn and normal summons Mitsugiri Kisangi and tries to use its effect, which I chain Samsara to pop Ultimate Nightmare, which triggers Throne, to special summon Spirit from deck, then Spirit adds Pain to hand. My opponent tries to activate Mitsugiri Ritual, but I chain Phantom to pop Spirit in deck, then Spirit special summon Phantom, and my opponent scoops and we go to game 3. Game 3, I'm going second and my opponent goes full combo, even playing through a Nibiru, and I tried to do some things, but unfortunately I lose the game. Okay, so round 3, I'm paired. Initially, I was paired up against Jamie, but because something got entered in wrong, we had a repair, and I got paired up with Aaron once again. But this time, he's again on a different deck. He's playing Sword Soul Tengi. And I'm not going to drag this out by, trying to go through like, oh, I did this, I did that, he did this, he did that. I lost. Not too quickly, but it was a case of which is something that's actually become apparent with this deck, is I'm playing too many hand traps. So I'm seeing too many hand traps and not enough engine pieces. And that is what led me to lose game 2, round 2, round 3, and round 4. So I didn't beat Aaron. I think, we didn't even get to go to, I think we may have gone to game 3. No, we didn't go to game 3. And then round 4, I'm paired up with Jamie, and I think we went to game 3. I can't remember. Even though it happened for me last night, I can't remember. But yeah, it was just literally a case of I'm seeing way too many hand traps in my opening hand and not enough engine pieces. So I've cut out the droplets and the call by, and I've added back in. I'm actually now playing a third Dark Beckoning Beast. I've just ordered a third QCR. My Bestial Baldric actually came as of filming this, which is going to be good because of its effect. I have to, when my opponent special summons a Ritual Fusion, Synchro, XC, and or Link monster, I can tribute a light or dark monster, then target that special summon monster and banish it, which is going to be absolutely amazing because I tribute one of my darks and I have Nightmare Throne on field. I tribute one of my U-Bells. Oh, cool. That gets banished. Throne brings back something, which is A-okay in my books. And then I'm adding back in Mature Chronicle, as well as Eternal Favorite. I'm just going to see, I'm going to give this list one more shot, just with these changes. And if I go again with a massive negative, next week, before the OTS, then I'll try my best to make one big final change. Now, you're probably thinking, just buy Fiendsmith. The answer to that is, I'm a broke bitch, who's a budget player. So that's why I don't play, that I don't go back to Unchained. I might, depending how well this deck does this weekend. So if this was delayed, I do apologize. I started a new course last Thursday, so that's a weekly. I'm in 5 days a week, so things may be a bit slow, but I managed to get some scripting done for round 1 anyway today, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that is going to wrap this up, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Only 2 more episodes left in the road to the OTS. Next week, this weekend's locals, and then it's the OTS. So we're already pretty much at the end of this series. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you all on the very next upload. I'll see you all next time.